I always take the view that it doesn't matter whether someone's given us $1 million or $10,000. At the end of the day, we're the custodian of that money. We're there to get a return for them. Hi, I'm Adrian Harrington and I'm Head of Funds Management at Folkestone. Folkestone's an ASX-listed real estate fund manager and developer, and we're focusing on providing real estate wealth solutions for investors and investment products that allow investors to access real estate, whether it be listed or unlisted, across commercial, residential and social infrastructure. My job is to be the head of the funds management platform that focuses on the unlisted funds, and that principally looks after the investors as well as making sure that the funds are managed in a way that delivers performance for our investors. What funds management's all about, it's recognising that it's not our money, it's our investors' money. We've been very privileged by them entrusting us to manage it on their behalf, and we have a duty to give them a risk-return profile that reflects what they were looking for in terms of their investment portfolio. Property is more than just residential real estate. Whilst we do offer residential development funds for our high net worth sophisticated investors, there's a whole range of different real estate options out there that range from owning investments in office buildings, shopping centres. We're the largest owner of childcare centres through our Folkestone Education Trust, which is listed on the ASX. More and more now we are seeing people through the self-managed super funds starting to invest in commercial property as well. So it is gaining traction out there, but there's still the focus in Australia on the residential real estate. People feel comfortable with residential, whether it be their own home or owning an investment property. What we like to say is that the spread of property is far wider than just residential. If you invest in a listed property trust like Westfield, you got exposure to numerous shopping centres around the country, around the world, and you have the ability to participate in the returns of those centres without actually having to worry about tenants, managing the centres, etc. All you do is get your dividend check every 6 months, and so it's a very easy way to access property without the hassle of having to manage it yourself. I really like working for Folkestone because we're small. Being small means we can be nimble. The decision making is a lot quicker, not because we don't do the thorough due diligence that we need to do when we go to invest, but we don't have as many hurdles to jump through in terms of approval processes. We can find more unique opportunities at the smaller end of the market where there's less competition from the large institutional investors, and in the size of the market where the smaller investor finds it difficult to get access. And we have a very simple philosophy at Folkestone. When we're looking at a new opportunity, if the senior management aren't prepared to invest in that particular fund or property, we're not going to put it out to investors, because if it's not good enough for ourselves, then we're not prepared to put the Folkestone brand to that particular investment opportunity. So that's another check in our investment process as to whether something comes to market or not. My style of leadership is all about rolling the sleeves up. The staff laugh when the magic red pen comes out. But in this day and age, we have all this technology. People are getting very good at tweeting and sending text messages and things. But at the end of the day, in our business, it's still about the written communication and being able to articulate what you're doing in terms of a new fund, what is the investment opportunity, and then also being able to clearly report back to investors on a regular basis on how that investment opportunity is going. The people that we look for are people who are energetic, who have a passion for property or investing, who have a focus on doing the right thing by investors and making sure that every day they come to work they're thinking about who we're actually managing the money for, and also people who have fun, because at the end of the day you want to come to work when you work long hours with people that you like. When the deals are on and you're going hard at something, you're happy to have them in the trenches next to you. Greg Paramore, our CEO, who I've worked for now for almost 18 years through a number of different businesses, he's always had a passion for making sure that the marketplace is as informed as possible. It's making sure that people understand what risks they're taking on, what return they're looking for, and is this the best investment opportunity to meet that risk-return profile. It's all about education, and our view is that we need to as much information as we can get out there to investors about the market, about our investment philosophy, and about the way we manage money, we think that's particularly important. Folkestone's moving more and more into social infrastructure. More recently, we've started due diligence to move into the seniors living space, which covers everything from retirement villages through to aged care facilities. We've got an ageing population. We've got a population that's living longer, and as people live longer, as more and more health issues start to arise towards the end of their life, dementia, things like that. The government's own numbers estimate that between now and 2025 we need another 80,000 aged care places. More and more people are looking to downsize from their homes into smaller accommodation for lifestyle reasons, so we're seeing the demand for retirement villages increase as well. From a professional point of view, I want people to look back and say he did the right thing by investors. He made a difference to the industry, and all in all he was a good bloke, one we could trust and one that was approachable.